So hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a main menu system complete with settings, with loading screen, with level transitions, and a button to exit the game. We'll be utilizing some of Unreal Engine's built-in user game settings, and I will be also teaching you how to implement enumeration and something like widget switcher and vertical box. So let's get started. I'll be choosing the third person template here. I'll be using Blueprint, and I'll name the project to be like this. I'll create the project. Okay, now it's blank project template. We can work around in our viewport. This is our third person character template. So yeah, let's get started. First, I will create a new folder inside the third person folder here. Just right click on your content browser, just click on new folder, and I'll call this main menu. Okay, so I create a new level here. I'll name this main menu level. Okay, I'll just click enter and click save. And we have to set the default load map in. You can go to edit and project settings. You can go into the map and modes. Here you can change the editor startup map to be main menu level. So whenever you launch the project on your computer, it will automatically open the main menu level here. It doesn't necessarily have to be this level though, okay? But the thing is, you have to set the game default map to main menu level here. And we have to create a new game mode to replace the BP underscore third person game mode. So let's do it right away. Just right click on your content browser, just go into the Blueprint class. I'll click on the game mode pass. I will name this BP underscore main menu game mode. Okay, so now we can set the default game mode to BP underscore main menu game mode. Yeah, that's it. This is for our settings. We can close the project settings and we can start working on the game mode and UI stuff. Okay, so we have to double click on the game mode here. Go to the event graph. We have to get the play controller and set show mouse cursor to enable to true. And we have to create a widget blueprint. So let's create it. I will create a new folder that's called UI. I'll double click on it and right click on it and go to the user interface here in the bottom. Just click on widget blueprint and click on the user widget. I'll name this WBP underscore main menu. Just double click on it, and as you can see, we have some blank canvas to work on. This is like Unreal Engine's built-in GUI system that you can check in the left corner here. You have a lot of components here that you can drag and drop onto your screen. But since we don't have any component yet, we can add a new canvas panel. This is our starting panel here, and you can drag and drop anything you want in the canvas panel here, like button, border, and so on and so on. But for now, I will be dragging an image into the canvas panel, and this will be our background. And to make it full screen, you can go to the anchor here, just click on it, and then you hold Control on your keyboard and you can click on this full screen button here, and it will be automatically fill your screen. And for the background, I will use photo I have picked on the internet, this one. Okay, you can just drag and drop your image into the content browser. This is optional. And then you go back into your main menu, and then you can drag and drop the image into the details panel over here. You can go into the brush here. You can drag and drop the image here, or you can just pick the image from this panel right here. So I think this is too bright. I think I should make it darker. Will be enough. So I'll be creating a text now. And let's make it to the center of the screen. So we go back to the anchor again, and we do the same thing. We hold Control on the keyboard and we click on the center here. And we have to set the alignment to 0.5 and 0.5. And we can set the justification to center here. I'll name this like main menu, for example. And I will increase the font size to maybe 50 or 55. and I'll set the size to content to true. Okay, so I can now set the alignment to make it a little bit further up, maybe 3. Okay, and here we can add a new vertical box or button. So we're gonna have 3 buttons: play, settings, and exit game. But we can wrap it with vertical box to make it more tinier. So we can drag and drop vertical box into the canvas panel, and we can set it to center of the screen also. I'll make this at 0.5 and the alignment of the Y value to 0.2, and I'll increase the size of this vertical box to, let's say, 450 by 560. Okay, so I will again click on the center here. Now it will be snapped into center of the screen. Yeah, so now we can drag and drop our button. Just click button there and we drag onto the vertical box and not in onto the canvas panel. And now we're gonna drag and drop the text again, and I'll name this play. And we can increase the size of the font to 30, and we can set the padding here. I'll set the padding of the top and bottom to 10. Yeah, like this. And increase the text a little bit more, 35. Yeah, so this would be good. And we can name the button to btn_play. Okay, now we can duplicate the button and paste it again. I'll name this settings and the other one for exit. I'll hold Control and click on exit and settings button. I'll set the padding of each of the button, top to 15. I'll be naming the exit button to btn_exit and the settings button to btn_settings. Now we have done the simple layout system in Unreal Engine 5 UI. Now we can continue creating the functionality for each button. So let's get started. From here, for BTN Play, you can scroll down until you found an on-click event here. You can just click plus here. Since we want to create a loading screen, so I will be creating a loading screen first. Here in the UI folder, you can right click on it and go into user interface. Just create a new widget blueprint. Let's call it wbp_loading screen. You can drag off a canvas panel, and I will be copy pasting the image here, the background. Just do that. As you can see, it doesn't snap automatically, and we have to snap it manually. In the anchors panel, just hold Control and click on the full screen here. Now for the load this screen, I will add a simple text here. Anchor it to the bottom left. I'll set the text to loading and increase the size 40, let's say. Make it set to content. Okay. Now I want to add a circular throbber over here. I'll resize it to 100 times 100, and I'll go to the image here. I'll set the image size to 25 by 25, so it will be appear larger. And don't forget to set the anchor to the top, most right button. Okay, so again, I want to create a progress bar to indicate the loading progress. I'll just create right here. Make it a bit larger, maybe like this. Okay, I'll set the anchor to the bottom here, and I'll reposition the loading text here like this. So here on the progress bar, I'll name this PG_loading bar. So we can create compile and go to the event graph here. We can create 2 new variables. First one will be our current loading duration, sorry. This should be float and loading duration. Yes, this should be also be float. I'll click on the eye here and click expose on spawn, and then we can set the current loading duration to 0 for the first time. Go into our event tick here. We can drag off our current loading duration by holding Control, and we'll also holding Alt to set the current loading duration. And I'll be add the value to this variable. I will multiply y times delta time, and I will add to the current loading duration here and I will set this to current loading duration. Now we can go back into our designer here. You can go into our progress bar. Percent, where is it? Oh, this percent. We can click on bind and we can create binding. Here you can drag off the both of our variables and we can define them. Make sure the current loading duration is on top and the loading duration is on bottom. Let's set the return value to that. And on the event tick here, we can hold down B and click on your event graph for creating a branch. Now on the current duration, we can check for if it's greater or equal to our loading duration. It means that the loading screen has succeeded. So we can create a new event dispatcher here. I'll name this on loading completed. Okay, we can drag off here and call on true, and don't forget to plug in the condition here. Now we are good to go on this part. We can go back to our main menu here, go into our event graph, and under the play button here, you can create a new widget. Create widget like that. I'll choose the loading screen and I'll set the loading duration to, let's say, 3.5 seconds, and I will add this to viewport. But before that, we have to bind the on loading completed. So we can just drag from the return value here. We can bind on loading completed by an event to on loading completed, and from the event here we can add a new custom event. I'll name this on loading completed. It should be open level by name, and this will be your level name. Let's see, this one, third person map. I just copy it and paste it over here, just like that. Okay, now we have to show our main menu screen onto the screen. On the game mode blueprint here, you can create a widget. WBP underscore main menu, and I will be setting this into our new variable. Let's call this main menu reference, and don't forget to add this to viewport. And yeah, that's it. We can try to test the game out. Play. As you can see, we'll have these 3 buttons over here. So let's click play. As you can see, the loading screen is working. And now after 3.5 seconds, it will be transitioning into your level. Now we've completed the loading screen and the play button. So let's create the settings widget here. So I will be introducing you to the widget switcher panel. You can go into the canvas panel here. You can wrap it with canvas panel, and you can go to the anchor and hold control and go into the full screen here. Now this will be your main canvas panel here, and the second one will be your main menu canvas panel. So we can name this main menu canvas panel, and we have to wrap it again with a widget switcher. And I'll copy the main menu canvas panel and paste it under the widget switcher again. I'll name this settings canvas panel, and I will delete the background here. Delete the background here. We can add background under our main canvas panel and not into our main menu or settings canvas panel. Like that. I'll choose the background. We can set the Z order to -999 so it will appear in the background. I'll set the tint to make it darker a little bit. Now we have 2 canvas panel right here, the main menu canvas panel and the settings canvas panel. And how to navigate between those canvas panel, you can go into the widget switcher. You can go into the active widget index over here. You can set it to 1. And you can change this text to settings. And I'll set the tree of this button to, let's say, low graphic menu and I. Also create another one for the back. Okay, let's create checkbox. It's too small. You can change the style. We can wrap this with a size box, and we can set the size of this width and height of red to, let's say, 65 and 65. Oh, we should change the image size over here to, let's say, 64 by 64. Just copy the 64 and I'll pass it into all of this checkbox image over here. Yeah, now we can on the checkbox here we can right click and wrap again with horizontal box. We can add a text here. I'll make this to the center on the vertical alignment here. I'll set the text to, let's say, limit FPS to 60. Okay, make this center on the horizontal. I can rearrange the layout here and also increase the padding of the top to 15, like so. Now you can navigate between menu over here on the widget switcher. You can change it back to 0 and it will be showing the main menu screen, and when you change it to 1 it will be changing into your settings screen. Now I'll name the settings button here to be button underscore low, button medium, and button high, and this is gonna be checkbox underscore limit FPS. Back here, back. So let's work on the back first. Yeah, on click, we add that, and we're gonna drag off our widget switcher here. I'll set active widget index to 0. And for the low, medium, and high settings, I will add the event click for each buttons. And also on the checkbox here, you can scroll down until you find on check state change. You can click that. Yeah. Now on here, uh, I'll be using Unreal Engine game user settings. You can just drag it out and get game user settings. Over here, you can set the, I think I will be creating a new function, set graphical settings here. And let's create a new enumeration. I'll go into the main menu here and click new folder. Let's call it data. Let's right click on it, because blueprint and enumeration. I'll set it to enum underscore graphical settings. Just click pause here and I'll set the display name to low, medium, and high. Okay, save it. We can go back to our main menu here. We can add a new input on function here of type enum underscore graphical settings. Graphical settings for here. Switch on enum graphical settings, and we can drag off the low here and we get game user settings. I'll set the um let's say the shadow quality to 0 for the low setting again, and set the texture quality of the low settings to 0 again. Check its setting quality to 0. Set pure distance quality to 0. What else we have? Anti-aliasing quality to 0. Now you can copy paste all of this 2 times. Oops, yeah, 2 times. And for medium and high, I'll set this to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, we can go to different graph and we can set the graphical settings of this one to low, copy paste it, set it to medium here, so copy paste it and set it to high. And for our limit FPS checkbox, we can hold on B and click on event graph and just plug it here and it's check into the condition. Now we can again get the game user settings and we can set the frame rate limit to 60, and again we copy paste it. We set the frame limit to 0, which means unlimited. We click compile and now we can test the game out. But we have to set the on-click event of the button settings in the main menu widget here. Just go into the button settings here and scroll down. On-click event plus icon again. And we can set the active widget index of the widget switcher here to 1. So we are very good to go now. We can test this out. I'll click play here. As you can see, you have the main menu screen over here. You can click play to play the game. You click settings to set the graphical settings here. I'll set this to low and I'll limit the FPS to 60. And click back and click play. So I'm sorry guys, I just made a mistake here. But we have to apply settings for each time you set the graphical settings. So under the function here, you can drag off for each get game user settings here, and you have to type apply settings. Just copy and paste drag a target here. So the last one for the high. Okay, for the frame rate, so apply settings. Now we are good to go for testing. And click save all right there. And you can click play to change the settings. You can click settings and I'll set this to low and I'll limit the FPS to 60 and go back, play settings. Just click play. Now we can check the FPS by using stat FPS. As you can see, the game limits to 30 FPS somehow. What? Oh, I forgot to set it back to 60. I'm sorry guys, but it is working, right? Let's wrap up our video here by creating the last functionality of our button, which is the exit button here. You can just click on the exit button and scroll down to the click event here. You can just quit game. It's very easy. Click compile and don't forget to set back the active widget index to 0. I think that's it for this video, and I'll be showing you how to save the settings in the next video. Also how to create environment so we can test the quality, the shadow quality, the texture quality, and so on. I think we can end the video now. I hope you guys like the video. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below if you want something else. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.